respected friends, for being there every day in the effort of studying our Upanishadic Shastras. Om Namo Narayana. And congrats also for that beautiful heart to keep up the inspirational level continuously and maintaining the regularity. You are blessing yourself. When one blesses oneself, all blessings automatically start coming. May our prayers be so strong for both continuation of this study and leading to the purpose for which we are making all these studies, that is knowing the truth. Lokasevaka Adi Vyaktitwas may develop in us, express in us, in our interest, in the interest of the world. For that, the Parabrahma, Ishvara, Jagan, Krupa, Anugraha, and the cooperation of the fellow beings and the world happen in our life. Friends, five aspects today also. First one is our Vedic chanting. Sixth Anuvaka of Chamaka Prashna, common sense thought, very precise. Then our Mangalacharana shlokas with Sankalpa, followed by Upanishad mantra Ucharana. Then studying the Upanishad, Shwethashwathara, Trutiyodhyaya, mantras from 9-10 onwards, wherein in simple words the sublime truth is told to us. The conscious parayanam of these mantras itself is so beautiful, so soothing, and so complete. And with Bhashyam, what is said, though simply, but the profound truth, if we are able to catch it, we are the luckiest ones. So let us be the lucky ones by being regular, sincere, serious in attending to this Upanishadic guidance given to us by our Guru and Rishi, and stay tuned, stay in that mode till we stay on the path and discover it to stay in it permanently. In our sixth Anuvaka today, we are starting. The 20 Devatas are taken name and said that these all Devatas are be in me with all their powers to bless me, protect me in the way they can, in the way I want or I need. That's what is the Shashta Anuvaka in our Chamaka Prashna. What is said is so Agnischama Indraschame. See, Agni and Indra. Somashama Indraschame. Soma Indra. Savita Indra Chame. Savita is Surya Bhagavan and Indra. Saraswati Chama Indraschame. Mother Saraswati and Indra. Pusha and Indra. Pushan, again another name of Surya. Then Bruhaspati cha Indraschame. Bruhaspati Indra. Mitra Indraschame. Lord Mitra, another form of Surya. Nighttime guiding Surya. Varuna Indra च मे वरुण इंद्र त्वष्टा इंद्रश्च मे विनोद त्वष्टा धाता इंद्रश्च मे the giver विष्णुश्च म इंद्रश्च मे विष्णु इंद्र अश्विनौ च म इंद्रः च मे बोध्य अश्विनी देवतास and Indra Marutah Indraha the 49 Marut Ganas and Indra Vishwe Devaha Indraha the Sarve Vishwe Devaha are some category of devatas again managing the world. Then Prithvi Chama Indraha, Prithvi and Indra. Antariksha Indra, the inner space and Indra. Dyauhu Chama Indraha, Dyuloka, that is Swarga and Indra. Then Dishaha Cha Indraha, all directions and Indra. Murdha Cha Indraha means the Shirobhaga, Urdhvabhaga and Indra. Prajapati Indra is Prajapati and Indra. Mhm. So here Indra is such a god of all gods, important god, that he can be worshipped without worshipping them. But they cannot be worshipped without worshipping him. Therefore, every time when any of the devatas name is taken, Indra also is added. That makes all those devatas also tuned towards us because their boss is worshipped. Then Indra will be happy. अच्छा मेरा भी नाम लिया जा रहा है, चल मैं भी इनको कहता हूँ, चलो ब्लेस करो उनको. So in that way, this mantra has got 20 devatas who are familiar to us, and Indra Bhagavan, whose blessings are so much needed for all of our all sorts of personality management, outer and inner conveniences, powers, permissions, and removal of obstacles, and then moving on the path. Beautiful. Let us chant it. ॐ अग्निश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सोमश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सविता च म इन्द्रश्च मे सरस्वती च म इन्द्रश्च मे पूषा च म इन्द्रश्च मे बृहस्पतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे मित्रश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे वरुणश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे त्वष्टा च म इन्द्रश्च मे धाता च म इन्द्रश्च मे विष्णुश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे श्विनौ च म इन्द्रश्च मे मरुतश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे विश्वे च मे देवा मूर्धा च म इन्द्रश्च मे प्रजापतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे. Again. ॐ अग्निश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सोमश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सविता च म इन्द्रश्च मे सरस्वती च म इन्द्रश्च मे पूषा च म इन्द्रश्च मे बृहस्पतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे मित्रश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे वरुणश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे त्वष्टा च म इन्द्रश्च मे धाता च म इन्द्रश्च मे विष्णुश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे श्विनौ च म इन्द्रश्च मे मरुतश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे विश्वे च मे देवा इन्द्रश्च मे पृथिवी च म इन्द्रश्च मेऽन्तरिक्षं च म इन्द्रश्च मे द्यौश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे दिशश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे मूर्धा च म इन्द्रश्च मे प्रजापतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे. Again. अग्निश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सोमश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सविता च म इन्द्रश्च मे सरस्वती च म इन्द्रश्च मे पूषा च म इन्द्रश्च मे बृहस्पतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे मित्रश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे वरुणश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे त्वष्टा च म इन्द्रश्च मे धाता च म इन्द्रश्च मे विष्णुश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे श्विनौ च म इन्द्रश्च मे मरुतश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे विश्वे च मे देवा इन्द्रश्च मे पृथ्वी च म इन्द्रश्च मेऽन्तरिक्षं च म इन्द्रश्च मे द्यौश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे दिशश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे मूर्धा च म इन्द्रश्च मे प्रजापतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे. अग्निश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सोमश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सविता च म इन्द्रश्च मे सरस्वती च म इन्द्रश्च मे पूषा च म इन्द्रश्च मे बृहस्पतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे मित्रश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे वरुणश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे त्वष्टा च म इन्द्रश्च मे धाता च म इन्द्रश्च मे विष्णुश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे श्विनौ च म इन्द्रश्च मे मरुतश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे विश्वे च मे देवा इन्द्रश्च मे पृथिवी च म इन्द्रश्च मेऽन्तरिक्षं च म इन्द्रश्च मे द्यौश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे दिशश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे मूर्धा च म इन्द्रश्च मे प्रजापतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे. Fifth time. ॐ अग्निश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सोमश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सविता च म इन्द्रश्च मे सरस्वती च म इन्द्रश्च मे पूषा च म इन्द्रश्च मे बृहस्पतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे मित्रश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे वरुणश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे त्वष्टा च म इन्द्रश्च मे धाता च म इन्द्रश्च मे विष्णुश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे श्विनौ च म इन्द्रश्च मे मरुतश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे विश्वे च मे देवा इन्द्रश्च मे पृथ्वी च म इन्द्रश्च मेऽन्तरिक्षं च म इन्द्रश्च मे द्यौश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे दिशश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे मूर्धा च म इन्द्रश्च मे प्रजापतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे. All these devatas and their kripa is so very much needed, dear friends. Then only we'll be able to manage ourselves and the world around. Now, in today's common sense thought, very simple things, all known to us, the remainder only. One set of things are vikara and durvikara. Other set of things are vichara and the sadvichara. Hmm. Understood? By the word it is uttered, everything is clearly understandable. Life is guided by either of these as we permit. Vikaras are those in which there is the Dehendriyadi Upadi Sambandhi Vrittis are there, Sankalpas are there, Kamanas are there, Pravrittis are there. And they all make us be slave to this world. With that, our Ajnana becomes more drudha, our Mohadi become more drudha, our unwanted Manasika, Ragadi, Dveshadi, Kamadi, Krodhadi become more and more drudha. And each of these vikaras have necessarily the result of giving us only bhaya, dukkha. Bhaya, dukkha. Bhaya because upadhis, something will happen to the upadhis, and the desires, whether they are fulfilled or not, or the objects, or the people, will they be with me or not, will they give me sukha or not, all that, like Arjuna had the terrible bhaya, and he also had the dukkha also, and he was in that vikara mood of thinking about himself, the sharira, everybody has sharira, in that drishti only all his vikara was going on. भय दुख दोनों आ गए उनके अंदर, isn't it? And then who gives permission for these vikaras to happen in our antakarana mind? Who else? It is us only. But we have to recognize it. Who has any other purpose? Whether you call it as no, it's my vasanas, but it is generated by me only, isn't it? It was created in the past by me only. But I was ignorant. That's not an answer. I didn't know. That's not an answer. Nobody told me. Whatever, it is you who are responsible. You take it. And putting the responsibility on somebody else is a very, very ignorant level of life. Not at all useful. So all the vikaras in my mind, anukshanam, I only am entertaining. Whatever the forces inside and outside, let me recognize. But the forces are whatever may be, vikaras when they come. The victim is me. The sufferer is me. Because just now we said the vikaras are always upadhi sambandhi. And upadhis are always limited and conditioned by so many things. Therefore, they are never stable. They keep on changing. They are never in a good position any time. And identified with that, we keep on suffering. Continuously our life is in that mood only. Mano vikaras. Durvikara. Vikara are all these rajagunatmaka lakshanas in the mind. Amma. Mhm. See, we think about a person, immediately the raga, thereafter the past anubhavas, then the future anubhavas or a plannings. Again, let that person come from the place and we'll go together, again go to that hotel, eat. These are all vikara only. Or any person, remember Dvesha, last time he came, at that time I was not fully equipped to defeat that fellow. This time इसको आने दे, ऐसा तगड़ा मुंह तोड़ जवाब मैं दूंगा कि फिर you understand, this is all Dveshadi vikara, isn't it? Is it not in our mind always? Some or the other vastu remembered and vikara for it. Then the Vyakti remembered and vikara vrittis. राग आदि, द्वेष आदि, काम आदि, क्रोध आदि, ग्रीड आदि, लोभ, तो यही चल ही रहा है, isn't it? What a lowest level of life. And remember, one, I only permit. Second, I entertain. Third, I justify. For I give chance and permission by reading such books. I give chance and permission by watching that type of TV programs. I give chance by being in mainly the company of such people, and I give chance by allowing those people to talk only those things by which in my antakarana only durvikaras are continuously created, generated. देख लो ये कब जानेंगे इस बात को? Is it the only way the life can be lived? In this, other than agitations, other than disturbances, other than those dukkha, bhaya, bhiti, what else is there in such mind, in such life? Batao? Is it necessary? Even with our own family members, all the time, कोई ना कोई विकार वृत्ति ही मन में आता है. गुस्सा किसी के प्रति, द्वेष किसी के प्रति, disliking with someone. Why that should be? Even for some moment also, क्यों ना चाहिए? Why? Because we are the ones suffering, so we should ask, why should it be there? Like when I am angry with you, who is suffering? I only suffer. You need not. You can even neglect me and get out of. That's your freedom. If you suffer, that's your mistake. But first of all, I am suffering. I am the one miserable. I am angry with you. When I am attached to you, that time also my mind is agitated. In my attachment, I expect you to behave so and so way. And I suffer because you have your own way to behave, isn't it? तो मेरे अंदर के विकार मुझे ही दुखी कर रहे हैं और मुझे दुखी होने के एकमात्र कारण है मेरे अंदर के विकार. फर्स्ट पॉइंट. सेकंड, these vikaras I only bring, I only make them stay, I only feed them, support them by all my nonsensical means which we listed out now. Then I am the victim, I am the sufferer. Then, therefore, what should be the sankalpa is, let me become vikara mukta. Isn't it? We have to think like that. And then when we slowly reduce the importance given to the vikara vrittis, entertaining them, valuing them, supporting, when we reduce all of that, definitely they get reduced. Isn't it? As we just now said, the sources of the reading books or the people we meet or the topics talked to them or the places we go or the programs we watch, विकार वाले कम करते जाएं तो चले जाएंगे वो. It is as simple as that's the only way. There's no other way, right? That's what an ignorant person knowingly or unknowingly does it. Then what is the other possibility that is there? We have to make it possible in our life is the vichara jivana, the sad vichara jivana. So vikara, durvikara, vichara, sadvichara. In the vichara jivana, always we are intellectually entertaining those thoughts only in which our true shreyas, true good is there. Whether it is our sharira, whether it is our prana indriyani, whether it is our vyavahara with the world, always the vicharavan vyakti doesn't take quick decision and acts. He does the vicharana. Vichara means the inquiry, right inquiry, inquiry, authentic inquiry, taking our own past anubhavas into account, others' anubhavas, others' margadarshana, or observing others from distance, or studying the shastras. These are the various ways by which the vicharana we do, by which we don't do those things by which we suffer. We do only things by which life is smooth, life is easier, life is made simpler. There are no miseries, there are no guilts, there are no regrets, there are no all those BP creating worries, anxieties, tensions. ये विचारवान के जीवन में ये सब नहीं होते. In this, they have the upadhi and their sukha bhoga come what may. This type of thinking will not be there. Dehadi Upadi, their Rakshana, their Sadviniyoga. Understood? That is the point of focus in the Vicharavan Purusha. इन विकार में क्या है? दिखाई दिया, भोजन खा लिया. भोजन मतलब जो भी चीज है. विकारवान. Vicharavan, no, is it good for my health or not? If it is bad, I will not have. And what is good? He does vicharana. Even if it is difficult, he will procure that. Even if it is sometimes not tasty, which is a vikara, he will say it doesn't matter, I'll take it. Taste is not important, health is important. So vicharavana, he does that. Vicharavan thinks how to deal with the person. And should the enmity grow, distance grow, or should be the friendship prevailing, and the distance get reduced. And in that, what I can do, because whole thing is not in my hands, no. The other person is a living being, he has his own knowledge, wisdom. But मेरे तरफ से तो मैं गलती नहीं करूंगा. विचारवान पुरुष always in this way. What is my dharma? What is my duty? Vicharavan Purusha always thinks about that in maintaining oneself, in maintaining the relations, in contributing to the good of the total, to the development or the benefit of the total. ये वाला healthy है. विचार से the inner confidence, inner joy, all of them grow automatically because they're all positive. In the vikara, the moment the kamana vritti, krodha vritti comes, start the misery. Till that goes away, we are in the cynical mood, in a miserable mood, in a frustrating phase, the frowning phase, the worry inside, the anxiety inside. कौन देखेगा, कौन पकड़ेगा, मतलब किस तरह का पनिशमेंट मिलेगा, इतने सारे, the meaningless life only, that is with vikar. But with vichara, confidence is there, the joy is there, the fulfillment is there, self respect सबसे important. सबसे important is self respect. That we have with a vichara and vichara yukta nirnaya and vichara yukta nirnaya yukta kriya pravritti, what we call it as, isn't it? Now in that again, what do you mean by the sadvichara? The sadvichara is totally the spiritual now, very very essential. In that the sadvichar mein dehadi upadhis I am not. This sadvichara should start if we are really the students of Upanishads. So too the beings in front of me are essentially the divine inside. Outside, whatever they are at the Upadhi level, I am not interested in them beyond Vyavahara. But inside, let me develop a habit of seeing the divine in that thing or the being or the situation or the place. जो भी हो, ये सद्विचार व्यक्ति हमेशा he is doing the vichara of the sadvastu only everywhere. In him also he says Nahandeyosmi, Nahanjivosmi, Aham Brahmasmi. In the Jagat also he says Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. This is called Sadvichara. This Sadvichara, instead of giving the misery, the Durvichara was giving, it gives happiness. Instead of fear, it gives fearlessness. Instead of insecurity, this gives the security. Instead of binding us in samsara, it helps us in getting liberated. तो विचार हमें मुक्ति देता है, विकार में बंधन में डालता है. Now again, for the vichara also, who is the karana? We have to find it now, like for the vikara. For the vichara also, we only karana. Even if it is because of good samskaras, they were created by us only in the past. Isn't it? By us only. Right now also, it is in our hands. Again, same thing. Read those books which create vicharas in us, sadvichara. See those TV programs which create positive vichara. Go to those places where the sadvicharas are encouraged. In the mind also, encourage those thoughts. Start doing them. Never say it's not possible. It is required, it is possible, it is beautiful to have the vichara wherein we fulfill our duties and serve the world, and the Sadvichara, where we go nearer and nearer to Paramatma Tattva. In short, Paramatma Sambandhi is all Sadvichara, Upadhi and Samsara Sambandhi is all Durvikara. The Vikaras, generally, we all are entertaining, therefore, we are always frightened, always suffering. Now, start doing the Vicharana. Luckily, to unite, great data is being supplied every day through these Upanishads and other Shastras which we are studying. अब उस तरह का ही निरंतर विचारणा रहना है और जब कभी विचार वी आर नॉट डूइंग the vikara will try to intrude, try to attack us, try to overpower. So to avoid the vikara, we have to keep on doing the vicharana, sad vicharana all the time. All the time. अनुक्षण याद रखना, जीवन अनुक्षण होता है तो अनुक्षण हमको अपने आप को बचाना है from the vikara by invoking the vichara. Isn't it? So in this vichara also, the sadvichara, the tattva vichara should start for you and I who are studying the Upanishads from good amount of days. If he has not started, not only in the class, but of the class, at least 5 to 10 minutes. Because in this sadvichara about the sadvastu, the Paramatma alone, the understanding about Paramatma, his presence, more than that, he is the real reality. It will happen then only. And only when the real reality, the Paramatma, is understood, accepted, all that which is projected on him can be devalued. In that only, in that projected only, entire samsara is there. है कि नहीं? रज्जु में कोई संसार नहीं है, सर्प में केवल संसार. So too, in the pure Brahman, there is no any sort of janma maranadi. Therefore, there is no bhaya, there is no dukkha, all of that. I am self, self is infinite. Aja, ajara, avikari, amara. Aja, unborn. Ajara, never becoming old. Avikari, never going through any modification. Amara, never die. That self is there. That is me. उसको हमें तादात्म्य करना है लगातार. Isn't it? In that heat only, in that effort only, our tadatma with dehadi get reduced. Then the deha is janmavan, it is jarayukta, it is vyakruta, and it is mritiyukta. And none of these are manzur. Because janma also dukkha, jara also dukkha, roga also dukkha, modifications also dukkha. Ultimately, who wants mrityu batao? But they can't be avoided at the upadhi level. उपाधियों का मरण हम नहीं रोक सकते, लेकिन उपाधियों से तादात्म्य छोड़ सकते हैं. We can identify with our real self. That is the whole Gita. Ashochan Anoshochaha. That is what is Sadasad Vichara, which we are doing again in Gita in that 16th mantra. That is what we have to start doing. Then only there is meaning for our Shastra Adhenam, there is meaning for our Manushya Jivana. That alone saves. That deepest Jnanam lived, L-I-V-E-D. First heard, then gained, then lived. Alone saves us from all dukkha, from all fears, from the upadhi. उपाधियों में ही सारा संसार. उपाधियों का संसार से, if we have to save, only one way is the nirupadhika tattva, and that's only through vicharana. And the power of Maya, as we discussed 3-4 days back, is such that even though in the class we listen the Brahmavastu, still whether we started to identify with that Brahmavastu or not, the question still remains. And having given up our identity with Upadhi, never, they continue on. 24 घंटे देहोस्मि भान ही चलता रहता. All relations are on the basis of Sharira. Entire Jagravata Avastha activities are based on Dehosmi only. And our worries about the health, our death, all of that is Dehosmi wala hi hai na. See the power of Maya. And to counter it, how powerful should be our knowledge, our conviction, our practice. है ना? निरंतर होते रहना चाहिए सद्विचार. Sadvastu ka vichar. It should have been started very early. So that by now, by the age of 55, 60, we are fully established in the Sat Paramatma. Thereafter, whatever happens, happens to Upadhis. I am that self. Nothing happens to me. Isn't it? ये नहीं है तो क्या होगा ना? Be attentive. If the Sad Vichara through which we identify with the Sadvast, if it is not happening, please remember the Pancha Kleshas of Avidya, of Asmita, of Raga, of Dvesha, and our identity with the Deha called as Avinivesh, they will never leave us, and their name is Klesha, they are givers of Klesha. And are we not suffering in our mind Raga Dvesha? Are we not suffering the vagueness of Avidya? And are we not suffering the Asmita? That when the Upadhis are functioning, are we not identifying with them? And last one, अभिनिवेश तो देह का तो निरंतर भय चल ही रहा है देह तादाद में इसको कुछ होगा करके fear is going on. Then what have we done in last few years just by listening the Upanishads? Is that Brahman is about somebody else or what? Is it only limited to the book? और पुस्तक से मस्तक में आया कि नहीं है ना? We have to question it. And there is no other saving now. See, our most unfortunate are you and me who, though given the most saving knowledge, but still we are not using. If at all we are not using. Using very good. Keep it. नहीं कर रहे हैं तो अनफॉर्चुनेट बी अवेयर रियलाइज करो अब स्टार्ट यूजिंग देर से भी शुरू किया तो लेट अस नेवर माइंड स्टार्ट इट spend the whole day in vichara no need to go to anybody that is samsara anything that is samsara any place that is samsara any activity that is samsara बस जीने के लिए जो चाहिए वो करे बाकी टाइम विचारना if you don't do sankalpa for this and if that sankalpa is not strongly done when will the sankalpa siddhi will happen that really we are seated at one place and going beyond the outer and inner worlds to realize the self बोलो संकल्प करते हुए करते ही जाना already we have delayed a lot thousands of lives delay we have done in this life also and every moment time is not only wasted going the time is misconsumed in the vikara only the durvikara and it's creating vasanas any manasika vritti we entertain about any of the bhoga with the upadhi creating samskara the enemy is becoming stronger vasanas are created now इसलिए वो विचारणा में हमको शुरू करना है निरंतर विचार ओनली टू सगुण साकार भगवान स्मृति to gather ourselves and then nirguna brahma vichar that's it sadvichara vichara no vikara no durvikara vikara is upadhi tadatmya and jagat raga dvesha durvikara is according to the raga dvesha the kama krodha jaha raga va kam jaha dvesha va krodha isn't it no help ourselves both are in our hands and every moment continue the yesterday's morning thing where we said as take the life as challenge let me this be our challenge shifting our life from durvikara to sadvichara is our challenge start already 2 seconds are wasted isn't it the vicharana first vicharana of the mind what is its state it is sleepy tamoguni or it is rajoguni make it sattoguni make it ekagra then use that what is said in the Upanishads about Brahman, about the Atman, and that is me only. Let me be in that state, or let me discover that state in me, vicharana. And in Antara, Nahan Devasmi, Ham Brahmasmi, Nahan Jivasmi, Ham Jagat Mityasti, Jagat Brahmasti. Both. By itself it's Mithya, but absolutely it is Brahman only. Yesterday's Yoga Vasishta. Oh, powerful, powerful. Great text. So in this way, vikara, durvikara, vichara, sadvichara. We are the central point. Whichever we vote for or value, that will be our consequence we have to face. Think about it. इसका भी थोड़ा विचार करें. Instead of worrying, brooding, let us do the vichar. Yes, through vichara, the jnana grows. Through vikara, ajnana strengthens. You through the vichara, the samsara goes away. Through vikara, samsara gets strengthened. Through vichara, we near to the Lord. Through vikara, we go away from the Lord. Finally, through vichara, we are happy. Through vikara, we are miserable. Liberated, bound. Vichara se moksha, avichara kruto bandha, vicharena nivartayet. Avichara is equal to vikara. Because you cannot be without some thought. Some people very lazy, dull. That's okay. But otherwise, कुछ ना कुछ चल ही रहा है मन में. We are not even aware of it. So that is why spend more and more hours in one place seated, gather oneself through japadi sadhana, then that antakarana employed in doing sadvichar. उसमें first the atma jnana, siddhanta atma jnana should become very very strong, undoubted. Then that atman is me, that abhyas. है ना. अब अहम देवस्मी अभ्यास इतना किया कि हम ब्रह्मास्मि बहुत दूर है, एज नहीं है. लाइक मंदिर से दूर कहीं जगह पे गए, कहीं खाने पीने जगह, खाने पीने वो मंदिर से दूर है. द मोर नियरर यू गो टू द मंदिर, यू आर अवे फ्रॉम इट. सेम वे द मोर नियरर वी गो टू अहम ब्रह्मास्मि वृत्ति, there is a chance that we get out of aham devas. Asmi is common, but in that brahmasmi is reality and liberating. Devasmi is unreal and binding. We are in this only. We have to shift our attention from this to that. What a yogi does, what a jnani does, what he is in, he looks like us only in general outside. But inside is always in that vichara. ये सब उपाधियां हैं, ये सब मिथ्या है, सब कल्पित है. मैं इनका साक्षी हूँ, मैं दृक् स्वरूप हूँ, मैं चैतन्य. He is entertaining that always. करते 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 for few lives he got established in it. Therefore there is no samsara to him because he is free from the upadhi tada. Him we call as Mahatma. Whether we call him Mahatma or not, that is our choice. But by himself he is liberated for himself. है कि नहीं? हम जाकर उनको प्रणाम करने से हमको फायदा है, उनको उससे क्या लेना देना. Isn't it? But that person, he is फायदा by his own sadhana, which he is going on doing. That's what sadvichar. महात्मा को हम प्रणाम करते हैं, महात्मा के लिए नहीं भाई, हमारे लिए. महात्मा को क्या फायदा है, वो अपने अंदर का साधन है, और नहीं किया है तो he will also be bound like this. Isn't it? You may call him Mahatma, but if inside he has only vikara, he will also suffer only. If he has done vichara, then he knows I am the self, nothing to worry. All problems are in the upadhis, they are kalpita. But this ज्ञानम पकड़ कर यूज करना है ना. ये मौका हमको मिल रहा है क्लासेस का. ये भी नहीं होता तो इमेजिन करो, ओ टोटली गॉन. कभी कभी इतना डर लगता है कि if these classes are not done, what would have happened to our life and the mind, and totally lost only in the samsara. Remember one of the things, or which you may not understand or accept, is the more wonderful, successful you are in the outer world, the more deeper we are in samsara. The success in the outer world is the most unsuccessful thing as regards spirituality is concerned, because you will not live it. And if I succeed in my getting money, if I get success in my business and all, they become so real that I won't leave it only. That's more difficult. How the Maya, है ना. कम से कम बंदा जो फेल हो रहा है, थोड़ा थोड़ा वेदांत स्पिरिचुअलिटी सोचेगा. जो लगातार is becoming successful, he says that alone is life. He's totally lost in it. क्या होता होगा if we have not given up these classes? क्या होता होगा if Bhagwan has given all worldly facilities, worldly conveniences to us? Thank God He is making everything difficult. Everything is inconvenient so that our Viveka and Vairagya is awakened, and then we shift our attention from this wretched samsara to Him, the Paramatma. Isn't it? We tell भगवान और भी ऐसे ही करो, इतने प्रॉब्लम में डालो कि we should not even worry about the प्रपंच. We should only meditate on you. Like Kunti Mata. Ask the comforts of the world for the sake of comforts, gone away from reality. Things should be comfortable so that we do our sadhana. Paramatma Prapti sadhana properly. And Bhagavan says, you do sadhana, your yogakshema I will take care. Don't worry. Now, these are all things when you mix them and understand, that's a very beautiful understanding. सब समझना, सबके बीच में इंटीग्रेशन लाना, सारे समझदारियों के बीच में, सारे ज्ञानों के बीच में. This is a great achievement. May we get fully that way matured, Baba, very soon and fulfill our lives. Thank you. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahanavavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो ओम ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः येनि मे गुरुवे पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणत व्याख्याता सर्ववेदान्तः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः निधेः सर्वविद्यानां विषये भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं विदितानमया विशदेककला न च किञ्चन काञ्चनमस्ति गुरो धृतमेव विधेहि कृपां सहजां भव शङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यमेकं नित्यं विमलम् अचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषद आचार्येभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं राम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यदिव्य क्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालय बहुभागादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञ साधना सेवा तपस्या प्रार्थनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रूणां शाश्वतरूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे चस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थमस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवद्देवता गुरुशास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृ देश धर्म सनातन धर्म भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदा आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थ वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद् जगतं नित्यं नीलकंठं नमाम्यहम्. ओम अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः. Just chant only two mantras which are the last two, 20, 21. Om anoraniyaan ahmeva tadvato maha anoraniyaan mahato mahiyan आत्मास्य जंतो निहितोस्य आत्मा गुहायां निहितोस्य जंतोः तमक्रतुं पश्यति वीतशोकः धातुः प्रसादान् महिमानमीशम् वेदाहमेतमजरं पुराणं सर्वात्मानं सर्वगतं विभुत्वात् जन्मनिरोधं प्रवदन्ति यस्य ब्रह्मवादिनो हि प्रवदन्ति नित्यम्. सो मित्रों, आठवां मंत्र हम देख चुके हैं, जो अभी पढ़ा है वैसा ही है. दैट ऑल्सो वेदाहमेतम पुरुषम महांतम Aditya Varnam, Tamasa Parastat. But the most important is Tameva Viditva Ati Mrityu Met. Dekho. The Brahman, the self, the reality, the Upadhis. Both will stay always together. And we are always there, given full freedom to identify with any one of them. Identifying and living with one gives us mrityu adi, samsara dukkha. Identifying with the other one gives us the moksha adi, ananda, shanti. दोनों मिक्सड अप ही होते हैं every moment. That's why श्रेयः प्रेयः मनुष्यमेत means that परमात्मा and परमात्मा के ऊपर आरोपित the world both stay at the same time. Which knowledge or ignorance you have more strongly, which abhyasa we are doing, that decides whether we are suffering samsari or happy liberated जीवन मुक्तास. देख लो तमेव विदित्वा अति मृत्युमेति मृत्युमत्येति. And anya pantha is not identifying the Brahman, then identify the upadhis. By this no ayana, no moksha. This visa. Now in the mantra number 9 also we saw Kasmat Punaha Tameva Viditva Ati Mrutyumeti Iti Uchate. Why? That knowing Brahman alone gives us moksha from Mrityu Adi Dukkha, that is being spoken in this mantra. Because of this fact, which is realized through the study, to the inquiry, etc. What is it? Chant the mantra 2 times. Yasmat param na paramasti kinchita यस्मान्नानीयो न ज्यायोऽस्ति कश्चित् वृक्षैव स्तब्धः दिवि तिष्ठत्येकः तेनेदं पूर्णं पुरुषेण सर्वम्. Again, यस्मात् परं न परमस्ति किञ्चित् यस्मान्नानीयो न ज्यायोऽस्ति कश्चित् वृक्षैव स्तब्धो दिवि तिष्ठत्येकः तेनेदम पूर्णम पुरुषेण सर्वम. भाष्य के साथ स्ट्रेट अवे. व्हाट इज भाष्य? दिस वैदिक उपनिषदिक मंत्र one by one word Bhagavan Shankara explains so that we can clearly catch what that rishi said or what's revealed through that rishi. Shankara Bhagavan is expression of Lord only, arrived to do this job for us who have gone away from the Vedic, Sanskrit, Jnana, etc., Bhasha, etc. Okay. Yasmad iti. I am commenting on this mantra 9, which starts with Yasmatu. Yes, sir. Please guide us. Yasmat param. This word I am explaining. To your Yasmat, first I will explain you. Yasmat means Purushatu. From that Supreme Brahman reality. Param I am explaining now. Param means Utkrishtam. Greater, higher than. So Yasmat Param means Purushat Utkrishtam. Again in the main mantra, Na aparam asti. Aparam means anyatu, something other. Na asti. So there is nothing equivalent to him, higher, greater than him. Param utkrishtam yasmat na asti. Yasmat param, aparam means anyatu, na asti. Yasmat purushat param utkrishtam, aparam means anyat na asti. This is the fact. This we have to realize. Second one. Yasmat, again from that Paramatma, na aniyaha, anutaram, smaller one. Na jayaha, mahattaram, va asti. Smaller than him, bigger than him also is not there. Earlier is greater. Earlier para means utkrishtam. Yaha aniyaha means smaller. Jayaha means bigger. You know, in this world always These are the possibilities. When I am there, something greater than is there, meaning other than me and greater than me, something lower than me, which is anyway other than, something which is higher than me. These are the possibilities. But is Paramatma is such a wholesome thing. There is nothing other than him, there is nothing greater than him, there is nothing smaller than him, there is nothing bigger than him. In means what? He alone is there. If he alone is there, then who else to be known then? And knowing him alone is real knowledge. Anything other than him, if it is known, we are deluded. That's why the prapancha jnana is mithya jnana only, because prapancha itself is mithya. Now contemplate on this. Yasmat param na paramasti kinchit, yasma naniyo na jayasti kaschit. That's the reason that we have to contemplate on him, realize him only. Now next, vruksha iva stabdha. Okay, vruksha iva like the tree. What do you mean by stabdha? Nischalaha. Nischala Paramatma. Not Nischalata means rigidity like a stone. That's why the mountain की बात नहीं कहा, वृक्ष की example. Vriksha is standing, but it's fully dynamically functional. Every cell of the vriksha is every moment working. And that the roots are taking all the salts, waters, trunks, branches, हर चीज अपना काम कर ही जा रहा है. But at one place it stays. So to in pure Paramatma, every dynamism is there, yet he is Nischala. That's the meaning of Stabdaha means Nischala. He is in his own pristine glory. That will be said in the next word. Vruksha iva stabdaha. Divi means Dyotana Atmani means Sve Mahimni. Divi means Dyotana, and that is its own self. Divi means Dyotana. Dyotana means Prakasha. Prakasha means Chaitanya. Atma means which is its own self. So Divi, Dyota Ana Atmani. In the pure, its own conscious self, which is Sve Mahimni. That Dyotanatva, the Prakashata, the Chaitanya, how that Atman is not borrowed for somewhere else. It is its own Mahima. It is its own. So what is therefore the Mahima of Paramatma, Sve Mahimni? That it is self-existent, it is self-luminous. वही उनका महिमा. बाकी सारे चीज neither they are existent by themselves nor they have the light of their own. None of the world things other than Paramatma are established in Swamahima, because their satta is borrowed from the Paramatma satta, and they are aware by the awareness of Paramatma only. I know. Therefore, none of them have their own Swamahima. But this Paramatma is Swe Mahimni. So, Divi, Dyotanatmani, Swe Mahimni. Dyotana means Prakasha, Chaitanya Swarupa. Swe, one's own, Mahima. So, that Prakasha itself is its own Mahima. That's Prakasha is its own. It is not from anyone else. Swe Mahimni. Tishtati is always in that state of self. You know? This Paramatma is such, there is nothing Param Utkrishtam than him, there is nothing Aniya Anutara than him, there is no bigger one, Jayaha other than him, Mahataram, and he is all pervading, Vrukshaiva Stabdhaha, Nischalaha. Here the Nischalata means it doesn't go through any change, through any modification to become something else. No, अपने निज स्थिति में हमेशा निश्चल रहते. And what is the sthiti in which is nischala? Divi. And what is Divi? Dyotanatma. And what is Dyotanatma? Sve Mahima. So, in his own pure conscious state of being, he is always stable. That's there. All the time. Everywhere there is nothing but consciousness, consciousness, consciousness alone. We are not able to see that because our minds, inability, intellects, inability right now because they are pushed by the ignorances and vasanas to see and believe the projected only as real. As simple as that, the Vedanta. So we have to go beyond these ignorant way of looking at, enter into the wisdom way of looking at. And the wisdom is this. We are given the wisdom only about everything's Brahma. And the next words are very powerful. What is that? Divi tishtati ekaha. He is one without second. Advitiya. Then next one is Paramatma. He is the Paramatma, Supreme Self. Tena Advitiyena Paramatmana. By that Advitiya, one without second Paramatma, listen the next sentence. Idam Sarvam Purnam Nairantaryena Vyaptam Purushena Purnena. And he is that Purna Purusha, that Paramatma. By him only, Nairantaryena, continuously, Idam Sarvam, the whole world which you are seeing is Purnam, means Vyaptam. So, Tenedam Purushena Purvam, Tenedam Purnam Purushena Sarvam. This sentence is powerful. Tena Purna Purushena Idam Sarvam Sada Purnam means Vyaptam. बस दृष्टि को बदलने में there is nothing but the Purusha, Purusha, Purusha. Just change the drishti. There are waves, bubbles, ripples. There is nothing but water, water, water. Drishti badalo. Where are the pots and gamla? Nothing but this mud, mud, mud alone. Drishti badalo. Where are the ornaments? Nothing but gold, gold, gold. Get the jnana drishti and see where is not that Purna Purusha. Where is not that Jyotanatmaka Purusha? Where is not that Sve Mahimni Pratishtita Purusha? If not he, what else is there? See the knowledge which we have to become stronger and stronger through listening and through contemplation. Shravana to kar rahe hum. Through the after Shravana, if we do the mananam regularly, then this what is said here starts happening in us. Who is a jnani? Who is a siddha purusha? Who is a mukta purusha? The one who sees that Paramatma only all parvyaptam jagat yena chidatma bhavat. Yena chidatma bhavat bhagav jagat vyaptam. And this is the meaning of Ishavasyam idagam sarvam. Yatkincha jagatyam jagat. Whatever in the jagat is Ishvara only. You have projected on him the world. Now you see the Lord in him. Vasya means achadaniya means sadhana. We have to see the Lord in the jagat. Because the jagat is nothing but the Lord. See that कितना अकड़ गए है ना अड़ गए what you call that in the word है ना कभी कभी you want to go to a next destination but caught up in the traffic jam so much कुछ भी करो all vehicles are around people are around you can't move in 10 feet also even in when you go to temple for darshan or even any Diwali mela or shoppings में आगे जाने को नहीं होता जाम चक्का जाम you call it. So too our mind intellects are chakka jammed in taking the world as a real and in living the worldly life. That we are not able to go par it and see that everything is Brahman, everything is reality, everything is Dyotanatmaka, Purna Purusha. See kitna adchane hai, kitna traffic jam. All self-created. Oh, traffic never comes to jam you in your house. You went there. In the same way, we only have allowed the world to enter us and we entered the world and we jammed ourselves being worldly. Therefore, this sublime knowledge, which is so obvious to the rishis and munis and which is a giver of Amrita Sthiti, we are alien of, we are devoid of it, we are away from it. अब थोड़ा इसको महसूस करना है. Feel it with the heart. Enough of this getting lost in the chakka jam of world and worldly things as real and involving in them. Let me come out of it and travel in that beautiful highway of everything is Brahman only. The Rishi Shwethashwathara at what level he must be while talking these mantras. है ना? यस्मात् परम न परमस्ति किंचित यस्मान्नानीयो न ज्यायोस्ति कश्चित् वृक्षैव स्तब्धः दिवि तिष्ठत्येकः तेनेदं पुरुषेण तेनेदं पूर्णं पुरुषेण सर्वम्. How much he must have heard from the gurus and contemplated deeply to go into the sublime cause of all causes, that he is seeing only that. याद रखो, इंद्रियों से ओनली शब्द स्पर्श दिखते हैं, मन से ओनली द इमोशंस एंड फीलिंग्स. Only through the intellect, again it can be misused for what? For the worldly things through the mind and senses, or the intellect can pierce through the layers of ignorance with the help of the knowledge given by the Guru and Shastra. Vijnanamaya Kosh Buddhi. Daily Sri Shastra, then Shastra Chintana. In that mood only we have to be there. And you and I, one side fortunate that 10th Upanishad or 9th Upanishad we are studying, and another side most unfortunate that the journey has not even started of inner contemplation to apprehend that reality. Even Manana Chintana also, whether we started or not, after Shravana. Most unfortunate. I to pray, O Lord, take to the next level of Mananam, Chintanam, Nididhyasanam and Anubhuti right now. Otherwise, if this shloka is that way, chanted or expressed by being at that level like that Shwethashwathara Rishi, how it looks like. Yasmat param na paramasti kinchit. Yasman naniyo na jayosne kashit. Vruksha iva stabdaha divitishchati ekaha. Tenedam purnam purushena sarvam. Tena purushena idam sarvam purnam vyaptam. Where is this object? सी ज्ञान दृष्टि से देखो तो सब में सच्चिदानंद ही है. पहले उसको सर्टन करो. Then at the Vyavahara level, in the Upadis, you are seeing things and beings, and minimum whatever Vyavahara required, just do it. That sort of mood we have to enter into. Right now we are in the mood of the world of name and form is real, and our relativity with them is real, and in that relativity, every variety of ragadveshas are real, and this is what we have to live life. ऐसा पक्का fix कर लिया अपने आप. This is called samsara. Feel that meaning. How it would be when I see in the same people who I am seeing relations now, the same one Paramatma. In the place, in the objects, हर को हम देख पाए परमात्मा को, कैसा रहेगा वो? We should think like that. We should feel like that. And then should try like that. Then we should reach that. Then only moksha, not by coming to morning class. No, only by coming to class, no moksha. That we are the proof. स्वामी जी, ऐसे कितने दिन क्लास को आने से मोक्ष मिलेगा? किसको? आपको और मेरे को नहीं मिलेगा. इस ज्ञान को when we do the व्यवहार, when we do the अभ्यास of it, ज्ञानाभ्यासात् विनिर्मलं कृत्वा, है ना? अभ्यास करना है, मनन चिंतन का अभ्यास on this truth. Okay, in this way this shloka was so beautiful, complete. Mm. Mm-mm. यस्मात् परम न परमस्ति किंचित् यस्मान्नानीयो न ज्यायोस्ति कश्चित् वृक्षैव स्तब्धः दिवि तिष्ठत्येकः तेनेदं पूर्णं पुरुषेण सर्वम्. So one thing always appears to be missing is, finally तो आपने पुरुष का डिस्क्रिप्शन ही नहीं किया. भैया कह दिया ना, इस चैतन्य स्वरूप, शुद्ध चैतन्य स्वरूप. See, this knowledge gets immediately covered by our giving value to Rupa Nama. Then in the Rupa Nama Rupa, we want to see the Lord. Lord is that Satta on which the Rupa Nama are projected. Lord is that Chitta in whose light the Vrittis etc. are illuminated. द सेल्फ इज दैट सत्य एंड चित, इसको कभी नहीं छोड़ना जिंदगी भर. एंड दैट सच चित इज नेवर ऑब्जेक्ट, इट इज मी द सच. And that me, the Satchit alone is there everywhere. Instead of considering ourselves that, we consider ourselves to be these upadhis. जिस शरीर है इसके अंदर सत्यचित है, वो मैं हूँ. वो सत्यचित हर जगह पे है. ये शरीर थोड़े हूँ मैं. So to the mana buddhi chitta, in that also satyachit is there. That I am, not mana buddhi chitta. And I say I am this mana, this buddhi, this chitta, and fighting with somebody else's mind and chitta. अरे क्या कर रहे? तेनेदम पुरुषेण पूर्वम. Make this knowledge more important. Revel in this knowledge more. Just like after the class we are 100% into the worldliness, till we reverse it, that we are 100% into the subject of spiritual tattva, only whenever required we come out of that gufa to do the minimum needful, until that they give us mukti. Right? Beautiful this portion. Don't miss our Upanishad classes. By God's grace. Thank you. Om 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 Om. What is spoken all the time in Upanishad is about the truth self only. It is Sat Swarupa, it is Chit Swarupa, and that is our Swarupa. It cannot be known as an object. It is contemplated and realized as the subject yourself. Further, the obstacles are our own identity with the objects called as the upadhis, etc. थोड़ा उसको शांत कर. हर दिन 1 घंटा 2 घंटे करते करते रहने से वो आदत हो जाएगा. Then we start visualizing that self, that सत्ता. हम बैठकर सूक्ष्म बन ही नहीं रहे हैं, always involved in the स्थूल. Then देखो, this knowledge only is so tough and we are not practicing it. See that knowledge what yesterday Vasishtha told to Ramji. It is neither prakasha nor tamaha, neither shunya nor the ashunya, neither chitta nor achitta. See that how he is lifting our attention to that which is beyond all these pairs of opposite. Ramji's prashna and Vasishtha is answering it. It's all mind blowing. And for us, Tattvabodh kaho, Atambodh kaho, Bhaja Govindam kaho, Yoga Vasishtha, all are same. We are already developed the Samata Dushti, no? Therefore, we have no, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. कुछ भी टेक्स्टा कर ले आप, अपन का वैसे ही है. You know, like there are some professional listeners. We have joined into that club. कोई भी बाबा जी आवे, कुछ भी ग्रंथ पे कुछ भी बोले, they are वृक्षैव स्तब्धा. Like youngsters, when they are in some bad company and all, आप इतना भी चिल्लाओ, they won't change. They are rocky, stony. People those who get habitual listening but never go to the contemplation level, they also become Ruksheva Stabdaha, rocky, stony. It's very dangerous Maya it is. इसलिए along with study or listening, contemplation also required. May we initiate it. Thank you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Tatsat Brahma Arpanamastu. अच्छा, we have one more text to study. मैं तो भूल ही गया. आ जाओ.